Welcome to the Crimson Engine. My name is Rubidium. Today we are looking at how to light two actors with different skin tones in the same shot. This is something that comes up more often than I would like, where you have two people who, if lighting one correctly means lighting the other incorrectly. So here we have our Law and Order SVU sort of setup, where the people open the door and you have two detectives. If she's correctly lit, he is a little dark. If I go over here to my sky panel 120 and turn it up so that he's correctly lit and he's not, falling into black, then she and her very fair hair and fair skin are now in danger of blowing out. How to confront this? Well, there are a couple of ways. The most popular is to put the light on the side of the darker person. And put it as close as you can without it getting in frame. That means he's lit more brightly and she's lit because of the fall off of the light. She gets less light. That sometimes works. I'll have to turn this up now because it's further away and you'll see he's okay. She's a little bright, he's a little too dark. A further thing you can do is I'll bring in, see down here, I've prepared a flat. So what I'll do is I'll bring that in front of the light so that she's in the shade of it, but he's not. So essentially, if you look down here, it's blocking half of the sky panel. He's getting this whole half here, and she's getting, a very small amount because she's blocked by him as well. What I can do then is turn up the exposure on the sky panel. Now, at least this side of his face is well lit. He's a little bit dark here. She's probably correctly exposed. I've got my levels exposed now, but it's too side lit on him. Her exposure is good. This side of his face is exposed correctly, but it's too much here. So I'm going to bring in a fill light just on him. So I have a little octabox here that I'm going to bring in pretty much above the camera if you look over here. And, oh, that looks great. He's filled in. She's totally blown out. So again, let's grab the yaw of this and sort of angle it away with the grid on it so that it's just hitting him and not her. That's actually looking pretty good. I'll have to turn it up because it's so directional now. And I think we're getting some return. If you look down this window, it's bouncing off this wall. So I'll bring in another black flat to block this return. Now I have a shot he's correctly lit. I can, the part of his face isn't lost in shadow and she's not blown out into white. This is a nicely lit shot. Now, this is going to be pretty specific of where they're standing. This wouldn't really work for a walk and talk. And for that, you'll need, a larger version of this. But for, like I said, SVU opening the door kind of deal to get two actors lit in the right way, or True Detective Season 3, this is what I assume they did. You can also, if you're shooting raw, go in post, put on a circular window and bring up, the shadows in post or whatever. But it's good practice to light them correctly on set and at least know how to do it. So if you see this from, the top, here I have, my camera, my actors, I have my key, which is flagged off on one of the actors, and then I have my fill, which is panned away from my second actor and then bouncing into black so there's no spill. And the grid on this one is keeping it from hitting her and only hitting him. And what we end up with is a nice looking shot.